But he had better ones than that. We should have him on the podcast, and he can.
Bill Murray, yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome to the PJC Cast, also known as the Project Uzi Crew, where we do Would You Rathers and other fun things. My name's Dave.
And I'm Jimmy.
And,
with authority this time.
This time Jimmy's putting his foot down. Listen.
Coming in strong.
Strong. Not hot,
No,
but strong.
Decidedly cold. It's winter, maybe.
It's winter in this
autumn.
tub.
It's always autumn.
It's
am I
winter,
trying to
autumn.
kid? It's autumn.
It is a balmy autumn evening here in Anytown, USA, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
In the hot tub.
Why don't you just...
Not the J word.
You can't...
We say it.
We said it already.
Did we?
We always say it.
We do always say it.
Every episode.
But we gloss over it.
Why don't you have a seat? Listener.
Listener.
Immerse yourself.
Take a load off for once.
Take a load for once. Just sit down.
Put your feet up.
Just imagine what it would be like to be here, because you are here.
You are here.
So you don't have to imagine.
You're
but
auditorily here.
Just sit down. Just sit down.
I microwaved this lavender bead mask, so it's like a little heavy on your eyes, so that feels nice.
At the same time
it
that
smells
Dane,
like lavenders.
I thought it would be fine to also microwave my Hot Pocket. So the mask might have a little exploded cheese on it.
And smell.
It's going to smell...
like a loaded Hot Pocket.
It's going to smell like two different things. Lavender and a Hot Pocket pepperoni.
Both very, very relaxing.
Yeah.
I've also taken these oils and put them on top of a candle. I've put these oils on top of a candle. And they're gently warming.
And I switched Dane's oils with Hot Pocket oil. So it smells even more like Hot Pockets than once it did.
You know what?
Already.
When I saw you with the Hot Pocket in the oil press.
You know how they get like olive oil?
Yeah.
It was like that, but frozen Hot Pockets.
A bunch of frozen Hot Pockets. I was like, I wonder what Jimmy's doing over there at our olive oil press here on the property.
We have because now I like the canon as a not joke that there's just an enormous olive tree.
Sure.
But like a trampoline catches them for some reason, and then it's like a Rube Goldberg machine where they fall off the tree naturally.
Yeah.
Bounce on the trampoline and into the press. And then
the trained owls fly the crank around.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they
got good owls
eat the seeds because they like nasty things.
Owls like three things. Owls like three things. Knowledge.
Yeah.
They like dead mice.
They do.
And they like olive pits.
Yeah.
Those are the three things owls enjoy.
When an owl hacks up the bones of a rat it just ate or whatever, a mouse.
Yeah.
And it's covered in like olive saplings that have festered in the stomach.
Oh my God.
But also attach themselves to the skeleton.
Whoa.
And that's how olive trees are born.
And that, children, is how an olive tree is born. By olive saplings attaching themselves to the skeleton inside the stomach of an owl.
The secret ingredient is love.
It is.
The second secret ingredient is stomach acid.
Like redwoods cannot sprout without the aid of fire.
Yeah.
So too can olive pits not sprout without the aid of searing, disgusting,
bile,
putrid stomach acids of an owl.
Yeah. And then when it grows up, the olives are in the shape corpse of mice skeletons. And then they're like, Mom, look at me, I can do a trick. And the mom Olive is like, no, don't. And then it drops off the tree and the cycle begins anew because it lands on a trampoline. And those owls got their little fucking eyes going. What is this podcast about? What do we do?
You know who I like more than Mom Olive?
Tell me.
Palm Olive. Our first Would You Rather comes to us from, I think it was Brian. Might have been Charlotte.
What is it?
I'm not sure who. Maybe Brian. Would you rather attend Hogwarts or Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters?
I think that sounds like a Charlotte.
That does sound like
Brian.
a Charlotte.
It's not a paragraph, so it's probably not Brian.
It's not a paragraph, and it doesn't require, like, killing a thing or, like, being uncomfortable.
This is a good question, also. Mm-hmm. Not that Brian's aren't. That's not what I meant. I just thought I'd spaced out for a second. I was like, this is deep.
Jimmy, you just pulled the, like, calling your girlfriend beautiful and then her being like, wait, I'm not beautiful the other days? Is that what you mean? You did that to yourself.
Are you telling me that Brian is my girlfriend?
Jimmy, I want to tell you something. Sit down, son. You know Brian?
Yeah.
He used to be on the podcast.
Yeah, he's beautiful.
He would join us here in the hot tub every week.
Yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah. He came over the other day and we played
Invisible
an
Sun.
Yeah, we played
the name
RPG games together. You remember?
Yeah. He was beautiful then too.
So that man is your girlfriend.
What? That beautiful man.
Yeah.
He's pulled the wool over my eyes for the last time.
The beauty wool.
The mule.
Okay.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And I'm going to take my shot to wizard school.
Well, oh, wow. Just answering, right?
I'm not answering. I'm going to take my first shot. I get 3 shots.
Yeah, sure.
It's baseball. It's a baseball
right.
analogy.
Uh-huh.
I'm shooting a baseball into space.
With a wand.
Or Magneto powers.
Who knows?
I don't know.
A metal baseball.
Ooh. That'd be hardcore sports.
Or your mutant powers, you just control baseballs. It's a good one.
Is it a regular ball? Is it ball shaped? Too bad. It's gotta be based in ball.
It doesn't say that you have powers in either of these. You just attend the
I
place.
think that you wouldn't be allowed to go either way.
Who says?
Both the rules.
Jimmy.
There's no muggles going to
Jimmy.
Hagwarts.
Jimmy.
Hogwarts.
Jimmy.
Bargbarts.
Who says?
J.K. Rowling and Stan Lee.
Okay.
Specifically.
You answered my question. You answered my riddle. You may pass.
I'm going to go to Egypt.
Okay.
And Vegas.
I'm
with
excited.
luck like this.
Oh, okay.
It was this story of the Sphinx.
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
That was my.
I get it.
That was my association.
It's a very A to C thinking.
This is thank you. A to Hogwarts? I think so.
Wow.
What about A to X? Professor X. Xavier. School for the...
If Xavier was his middle name, what would his first name be? Wait, it's Charles. It's Charles.
Xavier's his last name. What is Charles Xavier's middle name?
What? It's Xavier.
No, what's his last name?
Charles X Xavier is his full name. He's a double Xavier.
It's double
boy.
X? That's one X away from a lewd situation. Charles? Why don't you fucking take off that shirt?
Ewan McGregor. Wait.
What are you saying?
Xavier, not McGregor.
Ewan Xavier.
Yeah.
That's his middle name?
Is Ewan.
What?
You asked. I'm telling you.
Ewan.
Ewan. It's E.
Charles
It starts with an E.
Ewan Xavier. That's a middle name you make up, like Danger or The.
Oh.
That'd be my middle name if I could re-choose it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. It's
good.
I
I don't think we've ever said your last name.
It's fine. It's
Out loud?
Freeman. It's fine.
What?
I'd be the Freeman.
Yeah, you would.
And
That's
it
pretty
would,
good.
and then I'd rule the free land and the free folk.
I think it's funnier if you don't have powers.
What are you doing there then?
Going to school, man.
That would be terrible.
Yeah.
So I think that Professor X's school is a school.
Yeah.
You learn regular shit, but then you also learn powers shit.
Yeah. So
Well, Hogwarts is just wizard shit. You'd be like, oh, all this shit I can't. I'm failing out. I'm flunking out all my
magical
classes.
creatures? You could do magical creatures.
I could do that one. I could do herbology.
Yeah.
I could do, but you need required. There's required courses. You need to take charms. You take potions.
Yeah, you fail all of them.
And then I'd flunk at a higher.
So what you're saying is you'd rather do
no, because then I can make sweet
X-Man school.
I can make sweet wizard friends.
If you don't have the powers, you're saying you'd pick Xavier School.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. What are you saying? You're putting answers in my mouth.
Because you'd fail those classes. You're saying you'd fail those classes.
And that would be terrible, but I'd probably still choose it.
Really?
Because
Why?
I could eat a chocolate frog.
Oh, true. Yeah.
And I could, like, here's what I do. I get some students to help me cheat.
Uh-huh.
And then, like, maybe with a magical wand, maybe I could do, like, a little bit of magic. Maybe just, like, a little bit.
That's not how magic wands work in Harry Potterverse.
Yeah. They got phoenix feathers in there. And the phoenix feather is like, I just want to cast!
Maggles.
Muggles Simpson.
Maggles can't attend Hogwarts. Muggles can't do magic. That's the whole thing.
That's what I was stating at the beginning. But you're like, but what if?
No, but if you're at the school and you can't do magic, then you'd have to hide that you're a muggle.
But I think they know. They know.
How do they?
Like, because you wouldn't get invited. Because non-wizarding family children can just develop magic powers. So it's not like by blood or anything.
Okay, but would you rather magic trumps that?
Well, but what I'm saying is they'd know. And then they'd be like,
okay,
you're not a magical.
So you don't want to go there because they'd know.
No, I'm saying I want to go still. I'm just laying out all the problems
that you would face because you're going
all
there.
all my trials and tribulations.
Trials and tribs.
Because I could still drink a potion, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I could brew. I don't know if you need magic powers to brew potions. I don't think
you do. See?
Maybe you do.
You got 3 classes there. You got magical creatures. You've got herbology. You've got potions.
I know a lot of shit I'm not supposed to know. Because I'm a secret muggle.
And from what I've gathered from the books, you probably could do divination too, because that seems to be pretty made up.
Well, it's real, but that teacher was teaching it fake.
True.
Because she had a... There's a
whole
let me explain
backstory.
the plot.
Start from book 1, please.
Okay, so there's a boy, and he lived. And a magic man
Yeah.
who has all the power in the world decides, like, I could throw this baby out the window if I wanted, but I'm just going to use magic. Oh, God, I'm the dead one. And then he turns into a face, and then he drinks a unicorn blood, and everyone's like, oh, God, it was the turban-wearing one. He was the bad guy because he had a face on the back of his head. Harry Potter won, and then Ron plays chess. And then he says, now that's wizard chess.
That's what he says.
And then he says, that's what I call pod racing. And then Hermione says, Yahoo! And then Snape says, we're going home! It's a good movie, the first Harry Potter. There's a lot of layers.
My favorite is Hagrid going... That's my favorite Hagrid line. When he just goes... Deep cut. I think I would do Xavier's School for gifted youngsters because even if
Really? You're pushing me so hard into it.
I wasn't
What shock.
I wasn't pushing. It just sounded like you were talking yourself out of it.
No, I was
okay.
it's still better.
Well,
I could just go to regular school anytime. There's mutants in Mutant World. I can see some.
I think that mutants in Mutant World would be, well, also it's a smaller, like more private school, so you'd probably get a higher quality education. And I feel like the teachers at X-Men school, when they're not off fighting for the world, like care more about their students somehow.
Then
By and large.
Professor Minerva McGonagall.
She does care. Okay, they do care about their students a lot.
More than Professor Albus Dumbledore. I don't think he has. He doesn't have classes.
No. He's traipsing around.
More than Severus Snape.
He didn't care much for anybody.
He cared for the Slytherin children only.
He did. No, I would take Professor Logan's class, and he would show me how to be tough, bub.
He would do that.
And
What would he teach?
Logan?
Yeah.
Like lumberjacking because he's Canadian.
I'm so lumberjacked.
He'd be like, "This is how you bare knuckle fight, children.
Fight me. I can't lose.
This is how you drink an entire handle of Jack Daniels, children.
Children, are you a beer?
Bub.
Class dismissed.
Bub." No, I also think there's a greater likelihood of accidentally getting powers by going to a...
That's breaking the rules. You
How?
just said. I can't cast like a little bit of magic.
No.
And you're like, no, I'm going to get powers though.
Okay, in the world of Harry Potter, muggles can't get powers.
Yes, they can.
How?
Because they turn 11 and then they get magic.
No, muggles
Yeah.
who don't have magic.
That's how that happens.
You're past 11.
What?
You're going to the school. You're past 11. You don't have powers.
It could happen.
But
I don't know.
it hasn't in the canon of Harry Potter. But in the canon of X-Men, people get powers at weird times or weird accidents happen and they get powers. Like, that's canon in X-Men, is what I'm saying.
So you just want an accident to happen.
I think there's a greater likelihood of it happening. And maybe I get powers. And maybe it's like I'm a mashed potato human. Who knows? And it may suck. But also I think like my friends would have superpowers, which would be fun.
I mean, potatoes are pretty good.
Potatoes are really good, especially with
What if your
gravies.
power was fried potato power?
So I can fry a potato?
But with your mind.
It's like it's just a full potato.
Yeah. You gotta have
crunchy on the
you gotta
outside.
have Logan cut it up for you.
Hey, Professor Logan.
Catch.
Wolverine. Snick. Slice.
And he just
Fry.
He like ruins your plan by just catching it on his fucking hooks.
Snick. Slice. Fry.
Dice.
Oh.
Julianne Fry. Z.
So I'm doing that one.
I'm doing wizards because then I could be friends with wizards, and then I could drink a polymorph potion, and I'll turn into a cat, and then I'll there's a ghost in the bathroom, and I'll just hang out with all the ghosts.
Ghosts are real in your universe, which is cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's cooler. Aliens are real in mine.
What?
In X-Men universe, aliens are real. It's what the Dark Phoenix power is. It's aliens.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
X-Men, you gone off the rizzity rails.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess DC has aliens.
DC
Martian
do.
Manhunter is
Martian
one.
Manhunter. Also the Skrulls, what are they?
What?
They're the shapeshifter green chin boys. Skrulls? Skrulls.
That's Green Lantern. Did you know that there's a minion Green Lantern? That's sort of real, the thing I just said.
Oh, with one eye?
Yeah,
He looks kind of like a bean.
He looks like a minion because he's a minion.
He's not a minion. He was before Minions.
He's the original minion.
What's his name?
Minions ripped off Green Lantern.
Minions ripped off a lot of things.
It's not Mary Fuck Kill. It's Lonely Hearts, folks. Green Lantern is our first contestant, and he's a minion. And he's looking for love in intergalactic space. And his only hope is a woman who can love the minions. It's somebody. His only hope at love is somebody who shares minion memes on Facebook, not once, not twice, but 10 times a day.
Okay, I looked up One-Eyed Green Lantern, and they did not show me it.
Because he's a minion. You gotta Google minion. Green Lantern minion. And see what happens.
Okay. All right.
Google it. Because he's a minion. I'm telling you. He's the minionist. His name is probably Bob or something. Because he's a minion. Lonely Hearts is a segment while Dane looks this up, where we pair 2 lonely hearts together and see if they would fall in love or bone or both. Why not both? Who knows why not? I guess I'll go first while Dane looks up minions porn on his cellular telephone.
That's what I'm doing.
Because the Green Lantern, you don't know this
about... It's just minions dressed as them. It's not the one.
It's the one. That's him. That's the Green Lantern. Did you know the Green Lantern, with his ring of power, could make a fleshlight that'll kill a man? But it'll feel really good.
Why the flashlight?
No, a fleshlight.
Oh, God.
No, I don't think you understand the gravity of the situation. Because he could make like a hammer or like a dumbbell to crush you, but no. He chooses a giant fleshlight to kill you with. Lonely Hearts. My title of my Lonely Heart is 28 female, 4 male. Texas, at least for the moment. Take a chance. And then she starts off.
Take a chance.
Dear future love, I can't wait to meet you.
Aw.
I miss you already, though I don't have a clue if I've met you already. I'll be honest, I'm pretty impatient, as you will find out. And I want to find out now. I want to find you now, instead of waiting for our moment to happen. This only leads to heartache as I get into wrong relationships, as it turns out to not be you. I'm at step 0, and I just missed that connection that I want with you. I wonder what you are like, what are your likes, dislikes, and all your stories, what drives you crazy, what makes your eyes twinkle, what makes you laugh, what makes you shake your head and just kiss me. What is being in your arms like? What side of the bed do you sleep at? What does your voice sound like? What type of music do you like? What do you want to go on vacation? Where do you want to go on vacation?
What
vacation do is where? Do you want souvenir magnets to fill our fridge of all of our travels? Do you want or have pets? What's your weakness? What do you value? What's your weakness?
Yeah,
that was just me adding it again. No, she said that, but
right.
I said it again.
Interesting.
Personally, I can't wait to wake up next to you. I can't wait to cuddle on the couch and watch something or just read. I can't wait for our first date and all the butterflies I will feel. I might even get giggly from the excitement when you kiss me for the first time. I can't wait to spend time with you doing whatever. I can't wait to share tidbits of my day with you, and like how I figured out that ridiculous spreadsheet at work, how much I hate my best friend, the auditors. What?
The auditors?
The crazy things I heard or saw that day, or the funniest / cutest posts from my Twitter timeline. I can't wait to tell you how much you mean to me and how crazy I am about you, and hopefully you will do the same. I also can't wait to drive you crazy and tease you relentlessly until you retaliate and I concede to you. I can't wait for something permanent with you. Now, that's not the end of it, however. Because that's not so ridiculous.
No, that was kind of nice.
It wasn't so bad. It's pretty intense. But at the end of this, she puts playlist for this post. And there are 10 YouTube links to just different songs.
Oh, wow.
None of them of note, but just like, here's 10 fucking links to look at.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. It's a lot right off the bat.
She's really putting a lot into this one post.
She wants to find permanent place.
Permanence.
For herself.
I can't find this Green Lantern, Jimmy.
He's a minion.
I looked that up. I said Green Lantern minion.
And you found it.
No, I didn't.
You found minions.
I did find minions. It wasn't the one.
But because he's a minion.
I have to look into this.
You gotta read your Lonely Heart.
Okay.
Your Lonely Heart is the minion.
This is what comes up. It's literally just people drawing minions as Green Lanterns.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, no. There's an actual Green Lantern with one eye.
I know, and his name is Bob.
No, it's not.
And he loves bananas.
Oh, fuck. That's terrible. My Lonely Heart today is titled Male for Female 27 Denver Searching for Beyonce.
Oh.
As the title suggests, I'm looking for my own Beyonce. What does that mean, you ask? It means I'm looking for a woman who's confident, loud, fierce, opinionated, loyal, dripping with swag, and can rock a mean afro. About me. I'm a 27-year-old dude in Denver, currently working at Starbucks and taking a temporary break from software engineering. In my free time, I make art, play bass, sing occasionally, hike, play video games, read, spend time with my friends, watch movies, try to get into as many adventures as possible, pet my roommate's cat, and nap. Napping counts as a hobby, right? If this sounds like you, then send me a message answering this question. If you could ride any dinosaur into battle, which would you pick to be your noble steed?
The Beyoncesaurus.
I think the Foxy Cleopatrus, because she's a whole lot of woman.
Whole lot of dino. Now, Dane, I've got bad news for you.
Uh-huh.
I googled One-Eye Green Lantern, and the first picture was him. So I don't know what happened. His name is Larvox. He's a big, tall, scary man. But there's he is. That's the first
God
picture.
Damn it.
He's right there.
I looked
And in
that
this
up.
version, he's very, like, fat. I don't know what's going on here.
That's a fat one.
He's got, like, 6 legs, but in this one... But this is the one where he is a minion on a baseball card of fucking DC. Oof. And he's flapping his 6 little arms about. And he's like, yo, I'm Larvox. I'm the coolest member of the Green Lantern
Give me a
Corps.
banana.
Give me a banana and call me Bob. And spank my ass and call me Bob.
That's what he said.
Will they fall in love and or fuck these two?
Honestly, I think they might.
Yeah.
They seem pretty good for each other.
They both love Green Lantern.
Obviously.
Who doesn't?
I mean, I think this Beyonce thing is a little strange.
It's a little, it grabbed my attention.
It grabbed your attention.
But it also is sort of requesting a lot without giving a lot.
And can rock a mean afro.
See, that specifically doesn't really ring true to me as a joke.
Yeah.
I think he wants
a whole lot of woman.
A very specific, a lot of woman.
Afroed person. Confident, loud, fierce, opinionated, loyal, dripping with swag.
He wants someone cooler than he is.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
Because he's not very cool. He's not dripping with swag. He's never said he's dripping with swag.
He's dripping with, like, sweat. Because he's nervous.
I think our person that you read has some confidence.
Yeah.
I don't know what their swag quotient is.
The SQ.
Do you think this guy would listen to 10 YouTube tracks?
You know?
He might.
I think this guy would.
I think he might.
This guy's like, hey.
I like how
I've got time on my hands.
He wants this like super ambitious lady, and then he's like, I like napping.
I
it's
like
my
doing
hobby.
nothing.
He likes to do a lot of active things, but he also likes napping, which isn't necessarily bad. I like a good nap. But when you're asking for a very active person to like be with, you know, like be with.
Yeah.
You can't also be like, but I like to nap a lot. To the point where I call it a hobby.
I like Netflix and I like
What was that?
Sleeping.
Can you say the first one again?
Netflix.
I'm sorry, what?
Hulu. Crunchyroll. Verve. YouTube. Cable.
Video on demand.
VHS cassettes. Laserdisc. Betamax.
I wanted to see how far you'd go.
Film reels.
Film reels, reel to reel.
Silent
heliotropes.
Yeah, I'm just watching the DNA go by.
Flip books.
Nickelodeons.
I think that's a heliotrope.
Oh no, no, it's like a big flip book. Because you look in the thing.
Maybe.
I think because you got to look in with your little goggles.
Maybe.
Your little goggles.
I mean, you're the movie man.
I think because it cost a nickel.
It was a Nickelodeon.
I think I might be making that up.
Nick.
Nickelodeon.
I think these people are gonna fall in love.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah,
already.
I think he's going to. There's nothing here that suggests that he's flighty.
No,
and
he's too tired to leave.
He's gonna if he gets back into engineering, he'll make a pretty penny.
Yeah, and then he can buy the world's best bed for napping.
We are really focusing on the napping part. He also likes, hiking and playing bass
and like outdoor sleep.
Boom, 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 boom.
I think bass is the easiest instrument to fall asleep to.
Does she say she likes napping anywhere?
She doesn't say she doesn't like napping.
And there you go. We found love.
We found it. Yay.
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 Yeah! Oh my god. Hoo-wee. Really working the spectrum.
I'm really... What?
The whole spectrum of emotion. Our next Would You Rather comes to us from Daniel in San Diego. Oh, this one's poetic.
Okay.
Daniel asks, would you rather sail away like a swan that's here and gone, or be a man tied to the land and give the world its saddest sound?
Daniel in San Diego, what the
weird.
Fuck?
I think he's quoting a Simon and Garfunkel song.
Oh, you hate them.
I love Paul Simon.
I mean, really, it was Art Garfunkel that had all the creative input.
Jimmy, you don't know what you're talking about, and I need you to stop.
Dan, I don't know. It was really, I don't know. The other one was
Jimmy Freeman.
It's kind of just
James Freeman.
I really think it really just should have been the Art Garfunkel show.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Jimmy, you're wrong.
I've never heard of anyone else named Art Garfunkel that wasn't the best.
You're trying to get me mad right now? And it's not working because I know you don't know what you're talking about.
I think that our listeners do.
Fair enough. So Jimmy, answer the man's question.
Okay, so I get to be a bird or a man?
Would you rather sail away like a swan, so you float on the ocean,
Okay.
that's here and gone, so you're like,
I get to come back.
yeah,
Or
you're just kind of transitory.
it's the opposite of that. I'm
You're
here
s-
and
you're
then I'm
s-
never coming back.
Maybe.
I'm leaving.
It never says that, but sure. You are definitely leaving, yes.
Okay.
Or be a man tied to the land.
Farmer.
So you can never go sailing or go on the ocean. And give the world its saddest sound. See, I find that to be kind of interesting.
I think that is that noise from Dumb and Dumber where they scream.
Do you want to hear the saddest sound?
Yeah. It's pretty sad.
And then
It sort of sounds like
And
crying.
then the mafioso in the car is just like,
I've never been so upset.
just crying into his spaghetti.
I'm driving and eating here.
He was in the middle. Jeff Daniels was driving.
Oh yeah. Remember when? Never mind. That movie's good. Probably
It's pretty good. Were we about to go down a Dumb and Dumber hole?
I was just gonna talk about Dumb and Dumber. It's gonna be that
part?
fucking that meme that
Remember
SNL
that part
skit.
in Dumb and Dumber?
I was gonna say when they pooped, but then I was just gonna end it
Okay.
because he pooped in that one.
Yeah, he did.
He shit so much, dude. Dude, I don't think you understand how much he shit. Oh, that got you. That got you good.
I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around just the sheer amount that came out of that man. I don't understand how much he shit.
It's hard to understand.
How much was it?
It was all.
I can hear the listeners just being like, "This is silly," and turning it off.
No, they're listening to it and they're laughing along.
Uh-huh.
Because they're like, I too like Dumb and Dumber. Everyone's seen Dumb and Dumber.
This
Did
is
you see-
relatable.
Did you see Dumb and Dumber 2 with spelled
prequel?
T-O?
The prequel?
The prequel, that was bad. And then did you see Dumb and Dumber which was the sequel? And that still wasn't very good,
No.
but it was less bad. And then it had a feel-good ending because it was putting the two... It put the old movie next to the new movie, and then you were like, oh, this was good, even though it wasn't. That definitely, I had that I was just like, oh, this is cute, this is good. And then later I'm like, no, that movie was fucking stupid.
I think our Would You Rather is saying that if you sail away like a swan, that means that you are floating on water.
A swan in a
by
powder
yourself.
blue tuxedo.
Yeah, of course.
And if I'm a man tied to the land in a powder orange tuxedo.
But like, there's ropes.
Yeah.
You've got ropes coming out of rocks.
And I really want to kiss that girl. But she doesn't know. She was embarrassed because I shat so much earlier.
And I stuck my tongue onto a frozen thing.
I did that. It was dumb and it was dumb.
I'm imagining sailing away like a swan by just like flapping as a human being and then doing some weird sit on water. Like maybe you're kneeling on water and you just start floating away.
Sit?
Yeah, you sit in an S shape.
What part of me is an S? What are you talking about?
Your body like contorts.
Oh, okay. So I'm lying down.
Maybe. I guess it would be kind of maybe the cobra pose.
Oh,
in yoga.
So I'm like
you're
on my knees.
You're either on your knees or you're crotch down and your body's arched up and then your head hooks forward.
And then I unhinge my jaw.
And you unhinge your jaw.
And I just eat the sun.
Well, you eat the ocean as you sail away.
Till I'm very thirsty.
Yeah, because of all the salt.
It's a salty... I'm a snake. I'm a salty snake.
So you learn to sail your own body, on your own body. So your like shirt becomes a big sail.
I'd be like the King of Red Lions from Zelda.
Oh yeah,
he's a boat.
He turns into a boat.
He is a boat, but then he has a sail.
He do. He do. And then a man tied to the land. But you give the world its saddest sound, which I think is very beneficial to the psyche of the human race to have the saddest sound.
Like quantifiable.
Yeah, to be like, this is it. This sound is the saddest one.
I feel like
I can guarantee make you cry with this sound.
I feel like, though, with humans' competitive nature, that people would try and make a sadder sound.
They wouldn't be able to. It's the world's saddest sound. So says the Would You Rather.
That doesn't mean it can't be usurped.
Under capitalism, anything's attainable, right, Jimmy?
That's right.
You swine.
I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal that saddest sound.
Oh my god!
And then
build it better.
Yeah, and then I'll fucking put some nos on it and like
some nos.
Fucking give it some sweet. I'll paint some flames on the side.
Oh my god! To the sound?
Yeah.
You rise it up so it's like a raised sound.
Yeah, I'll give it.
It's a truck.
Hydraulics.
We've turned the saddest sound into a truck. Oops.
It's whistle tips is the saddest sound.
When you get that, whoop whoop.
Oh, it's pretty sad. It is a sad sound.
I don't think I want to sail away.
Really? You want to be a farmer and just be sad?
I want to be tied to the land. But I wouldn't be sad. I would give the world its saddest sound, so I'd be famous for that.
For being a sad farmer.
Well, I think it would also help people like with cathartic things. So I'd be like, here, cry. And they'd be like, thank you. Now I can cry. It's good to cry again.
I have to cry.
It's the saddest sound. It's the world's saddest sound.
What if, conversely, you see the swan and you're like, that's so beautiful.
You're the swan.
Cry. Yeah.
You're sailing like a swan.
Yeah. And I look like a swan.
I'm
beautiful.
You've S-shaped into a swan type shape.
Yeah, but if I'm a swan, if I'm like a swan, I'm gorgeous. Regardless of how I looked when I was growing up.
That's true. That's how swans work.
Yeah. And
if you resemble one, you become beautiful.
Because swans are all beautiful. There's not a bad looking but one in the bunch.
Read ugly duckling, and then you'll learn.
And then I'd be like, yo, I'm a swan. And they'd be like, oh my God.
You sailing away?
I'm sailing away, but I'm yelling it as I'm going.
Jimmy, you sailing away?
And then they're just like, thank you. Thank you so much. It's a whole earth.
Wow.
Is at the ocean shore, and they're just like, thank you, Jimmy Swan. Thank you. And I'm like, you're welcome. Because my voice isn't graceful.
No.
And then they're like half of the earth just sort of is like, oh.
Oh, that ruined it. That kind of ruined it for me when
and then
talked.
I lift up one wing and I give a wink and a nod and a salute, and they're just like, oh, all my fears are assuaged.
Assuaged.
This is the best thing.
This is.
Remember when everyone on the planet or everyone in America just held hands for like a second, for like a minute?
Hands across the world.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was there. I mean, I was half
you held
those
a hand?
hands. I was half of the hands.
You were half the earth.
I gave up part of my hand collection for people to hold for that.
How many hands do you have?
I have like upwards of a bunch of hands.
Dane, are you all the minions? Because they have a lot of hands.
I gotta hand it to you. They do.
I paused for a second and I was like, oh, Dane's upset. And I was wrong.
It took me a second to put my finger on it.
We have more podcasts to do, but it's not getting better than this.
The gloves are off.
Yeah, I guess I'll be a swan.
Finger nailed it.
Nailed it. Da, da, da,
Finger nailed it.
Finger guns.
No.
Pew, 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 pew.
How are you defeating my puns right now? How are you doing this?
I'm firing bullets.
With my fingers. It's not clever at all.
But it is violent.
Here is your kryptonite, pun man. I'm just
pure absurdity.
Pure absurd. Just a free association to your puns.
All right, you say a word, and I'll say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Finger guns.
Wait, you said I say a word.
Yeah, whatever word you said, I'm still thinking of finger guns.
Pumpkin.
Finger guns.
Sausage.
Finger guns?
Why did it take so long?
I wasn't sure that time. But no, it was finger guns.
Ball cap.
Baseball. No. Finger guns.
Jimmy's trying to play a real improv game all of a sudden.
I've lost control of my entire life.
You've lost the plot.
What if my fingers shoot baseballs?
Jimmy, have you ever done a bang bang?
Go on.
It's where you go and you eat a meal and you pay for that meal and you and whoever you're with get up and then you go to another restaurant and eat an entire another meal.
What the fuck?
It's called a bang bang.
What the fuck kind of monstrosity is this?
You sit down at a restaurant with a friend or friends.
Okay.
You order, you eat it,
No, I understand.
You pay for the meal, and then you all stand up and go to a separate sit-down restaurant.
Yeah.
Order a full meal.
Why is it called a bang bang? Where did you learn this? What the fuck?
Bang bang.
Bang bang.
Bang bang.
But what? Tell me more.
I don't know where I learned it.
Have you done it?
No. I mean, I've incidentally done it, not like at a sit-down restaurant, but I've definitely eaten a meal at home, been out with people, or been to a house where they're like, here's a meal. And then I've been like, oh, I'm eating another dinner.
Yeah, but that's like an accident. Like, this is a purposeful
This has very much
crime against America. Like,
if anything, it is the most American.
it's like it's like it's like a challenge.
It's almost like a challenge.
Because it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat 2 meals. Fuck you, starving children. I'm gonna have 2 meals.
It's braggadocious. It is, but it's called a bang bang.
That's so weird. Why?
Bang bang.
Why does it have a name? It's like a YouTube fucking dare.
Maybe.
I went on. I logged into YouTube like unsigned in the other day.
How dare you?
Well, dude, listen, because it was just like completely blank slate. Like, it didn't have any recommended videos for me to have watched.
The
on
algorithm
this, like,
had not taken over yet.
So it was just like what videos are trending and have high views, and it was all just such fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Something was like, it had like 20 million views or some shit, and it was like the entire Wendy's menu challenge. And you have to assume and it was like 25 minutes of a man just eating all of the things that Denny's offers in one sitting, I guess. And it was like YouTubers I've never even fucking heard of. And I'm just like, this has so many views for such complete ass. Like,
Oh dear.
I just couldn't. I just can't.
That's not sustainable, right? Like, they can't keep.
Well,
making
people
videos
like
that.
it's the YouTube. It's the YouTube of younger skewing, I think. Where it's like they're children and teenagers that are like, yeah, I do want to see a man eat too much for 25 minutes.
That's hilarious.
I love it. He ate. Oh, he can't. And then it's like, it becomes a meme because you're like, oh, I could eat a whole menu and I have the money to buy all the food at a Wendy's. And then I'll be charming enough to fucking sustain a 25-minute. And then they just fucking.
It's self-sustaining.
Yeah. And then it's just like, people are just like, YouTube is YouTube.
It's a YouTube echo chamber.
Yeah. Of fucking garbage.
But you know what this is an echo chamber of?
What?
Marry, fuck, kill.
Oh! Marry.
Marry,
Fuck,
marry,
fuck, marry, fuck, kill,
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 kill.
kill. But then marry and fuck again. Yay! It's positive.
Dead body.
Oh my god.
Marry, fuck, kill. We marry one thing, fuck a second thing, kill third thing. Our contestants this week, for you lovely listeners, and but us specifically, peanut butter, jelly,
Okay.
and white bread.
Oh! Why is it gotta be white though?
Because it's the sugariest.
Oh, I get it.
To answer the direct question and the indirect question.
I prefer wheat bread. Can I have wheat bread?
I'm sorry.
Jimmy, give me wheat bread.
It's gotta be that classique.
What classic? I don't know how many times in my life I've eaten white bread.
Yeah, because it's terrible for you. But it's what is classically trained as the pairing for peanut butter and jelly.
Growing
sandwiches.
up, the bread we had in our house was either sourdough, which is kind of a white bread,
Sort of.
which is delicious, or it was the most crustiest, seediest,
Like a oat nut.
Yeah, like the
Those
it's
double
very,
wides.
It was small. They were small pieces of bread, but they had like walnuts and sunflower seeds all
fuck?
in it.
It's like Dave's Killer Bread or something?
This was a while back, but like the outside crust was covered in sunflower seeds, and it was just dense, and it was too much.
That's
for
a
me.
fucking high calorie. That's a meal on its own.
For a little
Put
boy.
some peanut butter on that, you die.
Yeah. Well, I didn't eat a lot of it because it was too much for me, and I don't not eat. You know.
Dane eat.
Dane eat forever. They never not eat.
They know not no.
When I was a baby,
I've lost
when I was
it.
3 o'clock, when I was 3 o'clock,
Old.
3 years old, I'd sit at my high chair, and my parents would they'd go to like a not restaurant. What's the other one? Grocery store.
There's a 3-year-old, you'd fucking look at your golden Rolex and you'd say to yourself,
Where's my
Ma, I'm
food?
3 o'clock. Where's my fucking PB&J?
No, they'd go to one of these grocery stores. They'd buy a roasted chicken.
Okay. The pre-done boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Falling off the bone boy.
The wood.
Falling off the bone boy.
Wood. Okay.
And they'd just give me one, and I'd eat it.
The whole thing?
A 3-year-old eating a roast chicken.
The whole roast?
The whole
That's
chicken.
as big as a 3-year-old.
I was born 24 inches, 10 pounds. I've never been less than 2 feet tall.
2 feet, baby.
I was a 2 feet baby.
How big is a regular baby?
Less. I mean, some babies come out like 5 pounds. And like pre ones, the ones that aren't like healthy are like less than 5 pounds.
Okay. Sure. All right. So hold on. That's a lot of chicken.
Well, yeah.
Can you eat that much chicken now?
Oh yeah.
You just like...
Maybe they like took off like parts of it and ate it themselves, but apparently I would eat a whole chicken.
That's buck wild. I have a similar story, surprisingly, though. My parents told me that when I was a baby, this isn't as impressive, but it's impressive in a different way, said that they'd peel a banana for me and they'd give me a banana. And I'd put the entire fucking banana in my mouth in one swoop. I can't do that now. I don't know how the fuck I was doing that as a babe.
That's a wee Jim babe.
A little Jim babe. I guess I used to whistle a lot too. I just whistled all the time.
Jimmy, the whistling baby.
And then I didn't know how to, forgot how to whistle. And then I learned how to whistle again. And Dane, I'm a real good whistler.
Yeah, you are.
I could whistle like the best
You
of
got a
them.
good pitch. You got a good pitch. No, you don't need to whistle now. You don't. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh my God. So good at it. Peanut butter.
You can't whistle with peanut butter in your mouth.
Can't whistle with peanut butter in your mouth. Peanut butter is delicious and good in all things. I don't think there's been a part of my life where I've been like, I don't want peanut butter to be on this thing.
Roasted chicken?
I would do that. I bet it would taste really good. Think about Thai food, dude. You put some peanut sauce on there. There's peanut butter in that.
Well, wait. What about, I'm trying real hard to think now. What about like a pasta?
Peanut butter pasta?
You said that like it's a thing, but and then you just looked at me and didn't answer.
Jimmy.
When have you had that?
Jimmy.
Have you had that? That seems real thick. Like, I'm talking about peanut butter, not like a peanut sauce.
Because a peanut sauce is pad thai. That's
Yeah, you cook your penne. You cook a nice angel hair. You fucking glob a peanut butter glob on it.
Chunky.
It's chunky.
I'd eat it.
I feel like you'd swirl it up and all the pasta would just break off into it.
No way.
You'd have one big peanut buttery pasta ball that you then...
What is the matter with this thing that you're saying? This sounds delicious.
I'm trying so hard. I do also love peanut butter.
I know
though.
you do. That's why I'm surprised. You're not doubling down with me here.
I'm just trying to be contrarian.
Why? Give in to the peanut butter, Jimmy. You know you
Peanut
love
butter
it.
Jimmy. That's my clone. You weren't supposed to know about him. He's made 99% of peanut butter and 1% nuts. I'll let you know which part is that.
It's your crotch. It's your crotch, isn't it?
It's my crotch.
Nothing's bad with peanut butter.
You can have bad peanut butter.
You can have bad peanut butter.
Like, I've had some of that, like, real... Man. I hate to say that, like, the fucking GIFs of the world are, like, generally sort of more palatable than like
Well, that's what you grew up
a
on.
swirly. Well, because it's just got sugar in there, really.
I do like the natural peanut butter, personally.
I like it usually, but sometimes it
It's a little saltier.
gets weird. Oh, I like it salty.
You do like
I
salty.
do like it salty. Sometimes I think it's not salty enough, and it's just like bland and weird. And then I'm like, I mixed this for this. I mixed you in a jar for this taste. And
I got oil on my hands. Oh.
And if you fuck up and you pour the oil out, then
bad
you can't.
time.
And it's just a hard knock life for you.
When you're trying to make sandwiches. Jelly.
It's the best.
It's not jam. You're talking jelly because I'm a jam person.
I think historically it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't feel like even trying to play devil's advocate that people generally say peanut butter and jam sandwich, right?
No, never.
All right.
Like, even when I put jam on it, I call it a PB&J.
I didn't know there was a difference for most of my life. I think we figured that out on the podcast, actually.
Yeah.
One episode where I was like, what the fuck? But they're different.
They are different.
You get jam in a little container at the Denny's.
No, that's jelly.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because there's no fruit solids in it. It's just the juice that's
It's
coagulated.
all solid. Oh, no. Oh, I've been foiled again.
Jelly's usually kind of clearish and has no fruit parts in it.
Is wiggly.
Jam is like all fruit squished up.
Marmalade.
Is a jam, yeah.
There's no marmalade jelly. That doesn't exist.
No, because marmalade has to have the rind in it. It has to have peel in it.
Marmalade's one of those foods that I grew up hating, and now it sounds delicious.
Pretty good.
But I don't know that I've had marmalade.
It's like it's got a bitter taste to it because it's got the white pith of the peel in it.
Fuck yeah.
Let's get some marmalade.
Hey.
Be a proper English household.
We gotta put it on our biscuit.
That's right. Yes.
And our gravy.
So jelly I'm not a big fan of. Jam I love. Jelly I'm not a big fan of.
I like them both.
I will eat jelly when I'm at a restaurant and I've had my whole breakfast and then I want a breakfast dessert and I'll save one piece of toast and then I'll indulge with some of that table jelly they've got in the little packets.
Yeah.
So wasteful.
What I like to do is have friends that don't finish their toast and they eat their buttered toast. And I'm like,
I'll do it.
You gonna eat that? And then after I eat it, I text them and I say, you up?
Why?
Because I want to be mischievous.
Oh, okay.
Because I've fallen asleep and from a sugar coma. But I set a reminder.
The other side of the booth and you're like, hey, you up?
Hey, you up? You up to eat more fucking toast, that is.
Order me more toast so I can steal it off of your plate.
Order me more toast.
Or
else.
Now, bread, I love bread.
Yeah.
White bread, I don't love.
Don't like white bread either.
You smush it, and it's like there's nothing there.
But you meet people sometimes that all they want, all they need is white bread.
All they need is
They
life.
don't want wheat bread.
Man, they don't.
I remember feeling very proud of myself for being like, yeah, no more white bread, only wheat bread. But all bread, like bread's not good for you.
Probably
really.
not great for you, but I like.
I'm like, it's got wheat, so that's a serving of grains.
Well, it does have.
It used to be the bottom of the food pyramid, and they don't understand food anymore, so they keep changing the criteria.
Well, the wheat bread's got fiber, which is good for you.
The white bread's got
nothing.
Air
and sugar.
Fill your tires with fucking white bread.
Carbs.
Put some mayonnaise on that white bread.
Oh boy.
Make it whiter bread.
Oh boy.
Put some Banicula vegetables on there. It's white. It's all white.
That was a reach.
I can't think of a third white food. Cauliflower. Put it on the pizza. That's a pizza. That's a pizza. White bread, mayonnaise is the sauce. Cauliflower is the topping, and then the cheese is
mozzarella.
But mozzarella is white. Yeah, it's okay.
It's gotta
sure.
be white.
Yeah.
Or do you want a white cheddar? Jimmy.
I was thinking like white American cheese, you know?
Oh, yeah. Like a Jack cheese. Jack cheese? Monterey Jack?
Yeah. Well,
Swiss?
is Jack American, though? Americans. There's white American cheese.
Yeah.
That's
I think they call it Jack.
But it's... Wait. My whole world is Isn't Jack its own
For
thing?
the second time.
It's all food-based revelations.
Yeah, but Kraft singles, I mean, I think they maybe they just call it cheese. They don't call it any kind
They don't
of
want to
cheese.
they don't want to fucking confuse you with like it's just fucking cheese.
Listen, it's cheese, you idiot. Put it in your mouth.
I don't think I understood that there was a cheese that wasn't American or cheddar. Like cheddar was like fancy. Oh, you're putting cheddar on your burger? Oh my god. Not American cheddar? Oh my god. And then as I grew older, I was like, oh, there's like 1,000 cheeses that I could just buy.
And then Jimmy got lost for a year down the cheese hole.
The cheese hole.
There was a time in our lives when Jimmy would bring home 3 to 5 cheeses a day.
That's an exaggeration.
And he would just say, "And here, partake of my cheeses," and he'd throw them up like a miser with his coins.
Like a mama bird. I'd throw them up.
Oh no!
Be like, "Here, children, eat my cheese from within me."
I don't want any more, Jimmy.
I did buy a lot of cheese a lot of times when I got
into it.
I loved, and the only reason I stopped is because I'm lactose intolerant. And I just keep eating. I buy it, and then I'd be like, well, I'm going to eat all of it.
I feel bad.
And I'm going to eat all the cheese. I'm going to marry cheese, and then I'm going to fuck cheese, and then I'm going to kill white bread.
Those aren't the things.
I'm going to fuck jelly. I'm going to kill white bread. I'm going to marry the nice, rock-solid foundation of peanut butter.
I mean, that makes sense.
Jelly's the most fuckable. Peanut butter, the least fuckable.
Yeah.
White bread, middleist fuckable.
Of the hierarchy of fuckable things.
Jelly? Just gotta jam your dick into that jelly.
Oh my god.
That's the joke.
That's a joke. Take it or leave it.
It's a jam joke. Jam jar joke.
One jam joke.
That's
Misa
one fine jam joke.
Misa liked that joke. It's a Jar Jar jam joke.
It's a Jar Jar jam joke.
Write that down.
Jam joke.
Jar Jar jam joke. Okay.
That's my choices, and I'm sticking to it like
Good.
peanut butter.
I too am marrying peanut butter. I want it in my life forever. I want to be beholden to it. I want to
Nestled?
I want to make it better, and I want it to make me better.
You just add your oils to it.
I want to vow my life to raising it up, and I want it. I want it.
I want it peanut butter.
As a teenager, another Dane eating story.
Yes, please.
We'd have dinner, and then oftentimes I'd have a second dinner of the leftovers when they got cold at like 11 o'clock at night. And then I would go through a whole part, like the trough of
What?
of a packet of Oreos.
A column?
A column.
A row.
A row
Trough.
of Oreos. With a big glass of frosty milk and a jar of peanut butter to dip the Oreos in.
That sounds like teenage eating for sure.
I'd have 2 dinners and a trough of peanut butter Oreos.
Oh, in college, I would wait till very late. My grandparents who I lived with would go to bed, and then I'd be like, "It's food time."
Now it's time to eat.
And then I'd cook up some hamburger. I'd cook up 2 boxes of Kraft spirals, and then I'd fucking season up that meat and I'd mix them up together. And I'd just fucking eat it all. No, I'd eat like a third of it if I'm being honest.
Be honest.
But if I don't want to be honest, I ate the whole fucking goddamn thing.
I'm gonna marry peanut butter. I'm going to fuck the white bread because it's bad. Because it's naughty. Because it's soft. Yeah.
And there's like a whole row of it usually.
Yeah.
See,
Sure.
more cushion for the pushing.
Okay. You're going there. I'm not.
It's bread. It's a bread joke.
It's a bread joke. And then I'm going to kill Jelly because without the rest of it, I feel like I'm eating a ghost. Like a sweet ghost.
A sexy ghost.
A sweet,
A
sexy
sexy fruit ghost.
grape ghost.
Grape ghost.
And to be honest, white bread is like the ghost of breads, and that's fair, but it's softer, and jelly is sticky. I don't like sticky.
Jelly is sticker. I don't like sticky either. But
So I'm going to kill it.
yeah.
Even if it's raspberry, which is tough. Because
That's the best flavor
it is
of
the best
anything.
Jimmy and I like peanut butter and raspberry
Yeah.
together.
I don't think I've ever had them together. What the fuck?
What's wrong with you? How
We're
are you
growing
living your
raspberries. You know what we're going to do when we grow that raspberries?
life? Make a jam.
We're going to make a cake.
Oh, really?
I'm going. That's my plan. I don't know how many raspberries it's going to grow.
Let's find out.
I hope the raccoons don't eat them.
Put a cage on him. It'll be great.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Tell me about that later.
Chicken wire.
Well, okay, yeah.
It's not that big a deal.
It's not that big a deal, you know.
What's that from?
Shargnarg.
Oh, God. Thank you for listening to our podcast, everybody. If you'd like to know what Jimmy's talking about right now, too bad. I'm not letting it happen.
I already said it.
Yeah, great. If you'd like to send us any Would You Rathers, please send them to the PJCcast at gmail.com or tweet them using hashtag the PJCcast. You can even send in halfies. They're just half of a Would You Rather. We'll find a mate.
Nice home for them.
Yeah. We'll hook them up with another one. It'll be
Katie
great.
Holm.
Sure. There's that free association again.
I love it.
You can find us on Patreon. We release content every month, a good chunk of content.
Chunky Conti.
That's right. You can find us on Spotify and Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, all those places. Share us with your friends. Give us a review. All those tasty things.
Delicious.
I'm going to be on some podcasts coming up here in the next couple months, so keep an ear out for that. Keep an eye on our socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the PJC Cast on all those things. And thank you to Brad T. Jonas for making our cover art, and thank you to Jordan for making our theme song. He has a band called The Contaminants that you can find on the internet
and beyond.
out of Seattle.
Yeah.
And he's got a podcast too. We don't talk about his podcast enough, but he's got a podcast called Loud Dark Room where he interviews people in the music scene of Seattle. So that's a very good podcast. He's a very good interviewer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jordan. Did I say we release every Tuesday? Because we do.
We do.
Hey, every Tuesday. Without fail.
Without frail.
You could
But
clock
with
your
flail.
Yeah, we do flail about with it. For another week, my name is Dane.
I'm Jimmy.
And have a good night and get home safe. That style of music, that style of singing.
That makes me out of breath. Just you doing it.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm taking a deep breath.